Hey everyone, what's up? It's a pleasure to have you back for another exciting review and more of my insights and viewpoints on some of the most sought after, cherished, and renowned animal figurines in the world of collecting. But before we begin, remember to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you can stay informed about upcoming videos.
Funamalia, a large world in small dimensions.
Hey folks, big excitement over here because I've just dived into spending some quality time with this fantastic figure. Our focus today is on the incredible African bush elephant by CollectA's in this latest review. But before we jump into it, let's talk about the real deal. The African bush elephant is a magnificent creature, the largest land animal on Earth. Their size alone commands respect in the savannah, making them the true kings of the wild. And let me tell you, I'm absolutely convinced that this model serves as a fantastic tribute to this colossal mammal. All right, let's kick things off by handing you the official ID card for this model. And the very first aspect that's going under the spotlight is none other than its size. Unlike some other companies that have been churning out African elephant figures for years, CollectA's took its time and just released this revamped version in 2022. So let's see how it stacks up against the competition. Check out this size comparison. Papo is on the right and Schleich is on the left. No big difference in size actually, but look closely and you'll spot some quality variations. Honestly, when it comes to the front of the head, CollectA's takes the crown for being the most beautiful. Now, let's dive in and get a closer look at this fantastic model. This fresh new CollectA's figure reaches a height of 11 centimeters, stretches over 17 centimeters from trunk to tail, and spreads out 7 centimeters wide at the ears. It's holding the title as the heavyweight champion in CollectA's wildlife collection. One standout detail that grabbed my attention is the meticulous attention to detail. Take a look, and you'll notice that the body is adorned with incredibly realistic and delicately undulating wrinkles. These wrinkles perfectly complement the walking posture, a walking posture that gives off an air of confidence and assurance. It's these subtle details that really bring the figure to life. The body's anatomy is flawlessly sculpted, capturing every detail with precision and accuracy. The neck wrinkles are artistically crafted, adding a distinctive touch. Notice the subtle highlighting of the pelvic bones, thoracic vertebrae, and shoulder blades. It's these small details that make the figure stand out, bringing a level of authenticity to the overall design. Take a closer look at the meticulous attention to detail here at the caudal part of the animal. Each wrinkle between the thighs is perfectly highlighted, and there's a particularly distinctive fuzzy tail swaying to the left, adding a unique dynamism to the figure and capturing the essence of real-life movement. Now, let's shift our focus to the head. My personal favorite and a truly distinctive part. Honestly, the immense and precise details here effortlessly convey the greatness and strengths of this incredible animal. It's where you truly get a sense of the majestic power that defines this figure. And what truly blew me away is the profound respect for anatomical dimensions and measurements, especially between the head, the ears, and the trunk with the tusks. The proportions are spot on, harmonious, and lifelike. And here, take a look at the facial area. The wrinkles are incredibly well-defined, presented in a mesmerizing way. The brow bones, they're distinctly clear. And look at the ears details, just amazing. Absolutely, it's truly impressive. Like, that's how they paid attention to the details, especially the folds on the perimeter of the thin ear skin and those veins that like almost seem to pop to life. The ears are distinctly sculpted, giving the impression that they could flap back and forth as if trying to sweep away dust from the body. Unique touch that adds a sense of movement too. Shifting our focus to the eyes, you can truly sense a dignified and powerful aura emanating from them. It's all thanks to the artistry and the details, including the wrinkles surrounding the eyes. Right, the face features captures a depth that reflects the majestic strength of this impressive creature. It's absolutely the real showstopper here is the trunk. It's a standout feature of the head that has undoubtedly received a lot of attention. The detailing on the trunk adds a level of beauty and authenticity that makes it a focal point of admiration. And the attention to detail doesn't stop even at the bottom of the trunk, as we can clearly see here. The skin folds here are truly wonderful and harmonious, and the upward bend of the trunk looks beautiful too. But this position is one of the most commonly used among all brands. And the nostrils are also clearly defined. Unlike Asian elephants, where both males and females have large tusks, African elephants of both genders boast these impressive features. In this latest release, CollectA's made significant improvements to the details of the tusk compared to previous years. There's a clear enhancement in the intricacies of the tusk's texture, showcasing a dedication to refining and perfecting their craftsmanship. And here we clearly notice the wonderful and noticeable cracks extending from the top to the bottom of the tusks. Now let's explore details of the pose, a commonly adopted stance by most brands, the walking position with the front foot slightly raised up and forward. This position not only suggests movement, but does so in a distinctive and beautiful manner, capturing the spirit of this colossal creature in motion. Yet here are, CollectA's seems to have perfected it, like especially by accentuating the dynamic interplay of the animal's skin, as we see here, stretched at times, and contracting at others. Here you can also see multiple folds at the top of the thigh in harmony with the subsequent positioning of the hind foot. And one of the most striking features is the impeccably sculpted toes, appearing incredibly natural and realistic. Even cracks or fissures haven't been overlooked. And the sculpted genitalia leaves no doubt. It unmistakably represents a bull. A well-sculpted chest here. And the details on the bottom of the feet were also meticulously addressed. It's truly a remarkable figure. And the dimensions and the overall shape of the body seem spot on without any noticeable flaws. Now let's take a closer look at the paint job. Overall, the figure is adorned in a rich dark gray color with a subtle touch of yellowish brown, dye brushed on certain areas, flawlessly mirroring the natural shade of an African bush elephant. So the choice of color adds a layer of authenticity to the representation, creating a visually striking and true life aesthetic. Notice the light faded brush strokes here, featuring a very pale brown color. We also see here the protrusions of the skull bones are also accentuated with yellowish brown brush strokes, adding dimension and brings out the natural features of the skull. And a very natural and realistic color has been given to the trunk and tusks as well. And the clever use of light color to depict shadow and light on prominent bones like the shoulder, vertebrae, and elbow, is a unique and brilliant touch. It injects vitality and a heightened sense of realism into the model. To sum it up, the 2022 CollectA's African Bush Elephant is not just a figurine, it's a work of art. The attention to detail, from the texture of the skin to the intricacies of the tusks, is truly commendable. So, you're a collector or just an admirer of wildlife, this figure deserves a prime spot in your display. All right, guys, thanks a bunch for watching, and I trust you enjoyed this review and it gave you a solid understanding of the figure, but I really appreciate your strong support for the channel. So let's team up to bring you more top-notch content that it's the mark for you. Thanks once more, and catch you in the next episode.